Hey, hey, welcome back to another episode of the Girl Be Free podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, where I'm going to inspire and motivate you to show up for yourself. This week, I am loving a quote by Maya Angelou that states, "Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it." And I wanted to share this quote with you as we are now into a new year. I want you to really take time and define, what does success mean to you? So, not looking at what your neighbor is doing, people on social media, your family, but how do you define success? And it's very important that you do things and move through life and define success by, how do you like yourself, right? Do you like what you're doing, like your job, your business, what you're creating? And then, do you like how you're doing it and the way that you're doing it? And let yourself be your own measure of success. And so I love this quote. I think is perfect for this time of year as you figure out your goals, your dreams, the things you want to pursue in your life. Make sure that you're taking time to define what success means to you. And like Maya Angelou says, you want to make sure that you like yourself, right? So that's doing the personal growth work, that you like what you do. So your job or your career or your business, and then how you're doing it in a way that feels good to you. Next up is this week's listener review. And thank you so much to Purpose is Pushing Me. And she says, "Siobhan, this is excellent. I wish you could see my notebook every time I listen to you on any platform." Thank you so much for sharing that. And I like that she's taking notes. And I encourage everyone, whenever you're listening to the podcast, to have your notebook out, because I'm sure there's some things I'm going to share that you're going to want to revisit later. And if you are taking notes, feel free to share them with me by taking a picture and posting them on social media and tagging me at Girl Be Free Podcast on Instagram. That would be amazing. And don't forget, you can leave your review, your 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and don't forget to leave a comment along with it. All right, on to today's topic, which is 101 plus resources every woman needs to live her best life. Y'all, I created something so awesome, so amazing, that I cannot wait to hop on the podcast and share it with you. Like, seriously, I feel like this is one of the best things that I've created in a very long time. And I'm so proud to get it out into the world and share it with you today. So, before I tell you about it, I want to tell you why I created it. Several years ago, when I was feeling stuck in my life and feeling like blah and in this funk of some sort, working every day, taking care of my family, but still feeling like something was missing, I had to start this self work journey that I talked about a few episodes ago, where really I had to dig deep on who I was and what did I want for my life. And that wasn't just an easy thing to do. Like, it took a lot of time, a lot of journaling, a lot of researching to really get to a good place where I felt good about my life. And truth be told, I say this all the time, is that the journey never ends. And I feel like we always will be looking for ways to improve ourselves. But I am definitely in a good space. I feel really good about the life that I'm living because I've been doing the work. And after coaching over 100 women worldwide, what I have come to realize is that when women get to their early 30s and beyond, they feel like I felt. They feel like something is missing. They feel like there's a void and they want more. They've crossed off all the boxes that society has defined as success, right? So they have the career, they have the family, they have the house, but yet there's still something missing where they don't feel like they've reached the level of success that they want. And the reason that I have learned that they feel that way is because they never tapped into who they really are. So, yes, they checked off these boxes, but as it relates to living their best life and figuring out what their calling and their purpose is and doing work that feeds their soul, there's something missing. And I know that to be true because, like I said, that's where I was several years ago. And that's what kickstarted my journey on transforming my life, is feeling like there has to be something more. So I would search and I would Google and I would YouTube, trying to consume as much information that I could. And what I was looking for is that I wish there was like this one resource, this one guide that had everything that I needed to get started, like just a one stop shop kind of thing. And I couldn't find it. And so we've all heard the quote, create what you wish existed. And so that is what I've done for you today. This resource guide, which is called 101 Resources That Every Woman Needs to Live Her Best Life, is a list that I have compiled specifically for women who want to get unstuck, who want to be free, who want to change their lives for the better, and you want resources. And it doesn't matter where you're at in the journey, you just want a guide of where do I start and where do I begin and what should I be paying attention to. This resource consists of podcasts, websites, music, books, journals, planners, everything in one list. It's over, I believe it's 22 pages because there's also a space for you to take notes and add to it as you go. Seriously, this is exactly what I wish I had when I got started. So I have spent hours and hours and hours doing all this work. And I'm like, I know there's women out there just like me that wish that there was some type of guide and everything was in one place. And so that is what I created. And the best part about it is it's absolutely free. Seriously, all you have to do is click the link in my show notes where it'll send you to a page. You put in your name and your email, click the button, and you'll get an email right away with the resource guide. And I have to say, it is freaking amazing. So, what I did last week is I texted out to all of my friends and I was like, hey guys, I want you to take a look at this. I want you to share it with your communities. What do you think? I also shared it with the members of the Be Free Inner Circle first because, membership has its priority or has its exclusivity. And everyone was like, this is awesome. This is excellent. Thank you so much for creating this. And so once I got the positive feedback, I'm like, okay, this is a guide that I created. It was called the Self Work Guide. So if you may remember, if you downloaded that, it was called the Self Work Guide. But I felt like it wasn't enough. So taking this break from social media, I was able to revisit it and really create it, or really, I guess, update it in a way that I felt was most useful. If you created this, excuse me, if you downloaded the self work guide in the past, you definitely want to re download this because I made a lot of changes for you. And so, again, to get access to this free resource guide, all you have to simply do is go to the show notes. There's a link for you to click, put in your name, put in your email address, and then click the button, and you will get it delivered right in your inbox. Now, I want you to be mindful because I know sometimes, depending on what type of email platform you use, it may go to your junk. So make sure you check your spam, your promotion, and your junk folder, and then save my name as a contact, and then you'll be able to see that. So hopefully it doesn't go there, but just in case, check those folders as well. So that is what I wanted to share. Oh, and then one last thing. Please, 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 I am asking you to share this resource with at least 3 of your friends. So you can send them a text or an email with the link that you're going to find in the show notes. You can also share it on your social media platform, so Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or what have you. But because it's so amazing, I really want to get it out to every woman who needs some sort of guide to kind of help them start to do the inner work. And let me just talk about the inner work for a moment. Again, we're in a new year, and I know you may have said, this year I'm going to work on practicing self care, or I'm going to start putting me first and making me a priority. I'm going to really lose weight this year, or start this business, or move up in my career, or start doing things that bring me joy. Those things will not just happen, right? They're not going to happen. You have to show up for yourself in a very big way. And in order to do that, you have to consume information that's going to help you start to make those changes. So, reading books, listening to podcasts like this, listening to motivational speakers, taking different courses and different classes and seminars to get better, hiring a coach like myself to really begin to do the work, because it's very easy to say you want to do something, but the work comes in your action and you got to show up for yourself. And so when you listen to the Girl Be Free podcast, or you are a part of the Be Free Inner Circle, or anything that I do, the goal for me is always to challenge you, to get you out of your comfort zone and start to show up for yourself in a big way and take action. And what I mean by taking action is, again, little bitty steps every day to reach your big goal. And so this resource guide that I created is exactly what you need to get started. You do not want to listen to this and ignore it and then move on. You want to take a moment right now, even press pause, download it so that you can have access to it right away. So I would love to know your thoughts for sure. So feel free to take a picture of your favorite part of it and tag me on Instagram. I will be back on shortly, but definitely know I will see your tag. You can also snap a picture on Twitter or Facebook and just tag Be Free Project and I will see it. I would love to know what you think about it. So if you want to shoot me an email at hello@girlbefree.com, that would be amazing. And again, don't forget to share the link in the show notes with at least 3 of your friends so that they too can benefit from this amazing resource that I created, y'all. I'm so proud of it. Oh, I'm so, so proud. And I really feel like it's going to do really, really well. Like, I feel like women are going to be very excited about it. And let's make it go viral. Let's do that, all right? Your action step is to download this free resource guide and then share it with at least 3 of your friends by texting them, sharing it on social, emailing. That is your action step for this week. Last up is Dope Women Doing Dope Things. And I can't recall, I know I've spoken about Miss Denise a number of times in the podcast, but I can't remember if she was ever my feature for the Dope Woman Doing Dope Things. And the reason that I wanted to highlight her, because she is a member of the Be Free Inner Circle, and she just shared this week, I believe yesterday actually, that she is now taking voice acting classes, which I think is so cool. And she's really enjoying modeling and line dancing. And the reason that I want to highlight her, if I have before, I'll highlight her again, is because she is definitely living her best life. She is in her 60s and she is just doing the darn thing. And so I'm so proud of her, and I'll probably keep shouting her out forever. But she came up in my mind this morning because she shared some news about it. Her best friend recently passed away. And so she was saying how she's feeling. She's happy that her friend doesn't have to suffer anymore, but it's a sadness that she feels. But even despite the things that has happened in her life, like, Miss Denise continues to show up and shine bright no matter where she is. And so I'm going to continue to highlight her because she is definitely a dope woman doing dope things and someone that I admire, and I appreciate her support. Like, she is like one of my truest supporters, and I really appreciate her. So if I have highlighted her before, I feel like I have. I'm highlighting her again. But she's definitely someone that you want to know and follow. You can connect with her on social at Denise Brown, and I'll put a link to her Facebook page on in the show notes because she shares lots of pictures of her and her husband, and they've been married over 40 years, and she's just truly living her best life. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, join the tribe by becoming a member of the Be Free Inner Circle. I am loving the community. We have such great, enlightening conversations every single day. So many great resources shared there as well. We have a coaching workshop coming up later this month on January 26th, which is all about preparing and getting yourself together for the new year. We also are reading the book Becoming by Michelle Obama, and we'll be chatting about that as a group on March 9th. So there's lots of great things happening. You can join our community, be a part of the tribe at BeFreeInnerCircle.com, and that link will always be in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to share this podcast on your social media platforms. And until next time, girl, be free.